that be next, or there's also Rocket Man.
Rocket Man.
Okay, we have two left.
Yeah. Yeah.
You said Jerry Maguire, so let's do that one next. And that's okay that you haven't seen it for a while.
Break it down, Doctor.
I'll break it down. I had never seen it before. This was my first time seeing it, but I did just watch
It's
it.
pretty over the top.
And I actually kind of liked it. Like,
Yeah.
it wasn't bad. It was kind of fun.
Big studio movie.
It's more about... There's lots of, like, good bits, but the plot revolves around Tom Cruise, and he is... I gotta write down... Do you want to write it? So I'll talk. It might be more legible to me, too. Yeah, it revolves around Tom Cruise, this movie called Jerry Maguire, and his name is, in fact, Jerry Maguire in this film, and he plays a sports agent, and you don't really think about this, and that's why this movie's kind of cool, because it's something that I can't think of another movie about sports agents. Maybe there are,
No.
but I can't think of another one, and he's the sports agent, and this is like right at the beginning of the movie, they show that he sort of seemingly doesn't have much of a conscience, and all he cares about is getting the big clients and making the money. Doesn't care about their health that much. As long as it's making him money.
Shout out to Drake from Drake and Josh, because he's in this movie.
Oh.
He's the kid that walks down the hallway and looks at it. He's like, "Hey, my dad's had 4 concussions. The doctor says he shouldn't have any more." And then Tom Cruise is like, "It would take a Mack truck to stop your dad." And then just goes to a phone call. It's like, then this kid's like heartbroken about his dad having like brain damage and shit. And Jerry's like, "Oh, off to the next thing."
But I laughed a lot at that part just because the kid was like, "Fuck you, man." And I was like, "Yeah, you tell him, kid." I like that scene. But then, this leads Tom Cruise to have a emotional and evaluation, I guess you could say, and he decides to be nicer and to start thinking more about the individual and less about the money.
And
he writes a really long mission statement. I keep saying it's a mission statement. It's not a memo. He says at the beginning of the movie, and many times in the movie, Renee Zellweger be like, "Oh, it's a memo. I love your memo." He's like, "It's a fucking mission statement." But he doesn't get mad like that. But he says it a lot of times.
Oh my goodness.
And I kind of like that, actually. But it's basically just this long thing about how they should treat the clients better, and I think he didn't think he sent it out, but then he was like, "Oh shit, I sent it out," and it's in everybody's mailbox. He's like, "Oh shit,"
single mailbox.
And he's like, "Oh, I gotta go back and like stop it," but when he's back, everyone's like slow clapping.
Every single person that works in the building is in the lobby at the same time.
And they're like,
they're
"Oh,
all
yeah."
reading mail at the same time.
And they're all pretending
Really?
that they're all saying that it's good for them, but then it turns out he gets fired because of it. Because of course, this big corporation he's working for, they only care about the money, and that's sort of about that. It's about your conscience. You should care more about the individual.
And the famous scene, and it.
Which one?
The only reason I know about it is because of Half Baked. Have you seen Half Baked?
Of course.
When, the guy that works at the record store quits, and he's like, "I'm not gonna do what everyone thinks I'm gonna do." Freak out, man. That's in Jerry Maguire. That's what it's from. It's a direct.
Okay, I would have never guessed that because
Yeah.
I've only just seen this now. But that's
Right.
funny. But yeah, when he gets fired, he does say, like, "I'm not gonna freak out," or anything. He like,
But who's coming with me?
And say what you will about Tom Cruise, he is insane. He is a Scientologist.
Certifiably.
I don't think he's a good person, but I like him in movies.
I don't want to fight him either.
Oh, he's small.
He's short, but he's fucking jacked.
Yeah, I guess Mission Impossible.
He's like a
17.
grenade.
But
Did you see him on Oprah when he was freaking out?
on the couch.
He could have broken everyone in that room.
I love Katie Holmes.
Yeah, exactly.
Or whatever.
He could have just. He's probably on a lot of steroids too, but.
And other stuff probably too. But anyway, Tom Cruise,
30 minutes.
good actor, insane, debatably terrible person. Debatably. But anyway.
But is he a good actor though?
I do think he is. I think he is a good actor.
That's where we might drift apart.
I genuinely think he's a good actor.
I think he's a movie star. I don't. Maybe I should watch Born on the 4th of July.
Seen, like Risky Business and stuff?
Risky Business. I did
That's
not
like his
watch
first
that.
breakout.
Yeah, when he was young.
Yeah, it's and the classic
But
scene that's been parodied a million times
a few
where he's dancing in
arguments.
his underwear.
Great. Oh, I know. Bob Seger. Fucking love the song. Love the song. Handsome, charismatic, great smile.
Yeah,
Like there's a lot of reasons to put him in a movie.
I think he's good at acting still.
The
though.
acting.
I think it's good.
Okay, I don't know. He's never not Tom Cruise. I think his best.
I believe it.
I will stand by this till the day that I die. His best acting I've ever seen, Tropic Thunder. That was the only role.
That was really good.
I mean, it was because of the prosthetics too. They helped. But
he
that was
felt
one
like
of
a
the
different
only
person.
roles I thought he was a different person. And he's playing an agent in that as well, but a movie agent.
I think that proves that he can do it though still. I don't know. I think that...
He's got a lot of rage.
I think that...
I don't know about range, but rage.
He had... You can maybe say that it's not good, but he's entertaining regardless. Because
that's what a movie star is.
Because he's big. He's like, hey,
and it's like Nicolas Cage.
You know? Little bit. I think Nicolas Cage is a better actor. I would say that.
Than Tom Cruise?
Yeah, I would say that.
That just proves my point all the more right there. Because I think Nick Cage is also a movie star and not a good actor. Have you seen Ghost Rider? Have you seen...
Yeah, but that's like why they cast him to be over the top crazy. But have you seen Adaptation? Have you seen...
And Con Air. I have to bring up Con Air.
And Pig. You gotta see the new Pig.
I do have to see Pig. But because Con Air is so... I mean, I love the fuck out of that movie, but he is so bad in that movie, acting-wise... And then at the end, he like steals the whole show and he starts crying. No, he starts crying. He can actually act though. When he starts crying at the end, he can fucking act. It's like, why don't you just do that all the time?
I feel like because it's for the people that want that. It's for the entertainment. There's the movies that he chooses to act, or that director directs him to act in a more serious fashion, like Pig, Adaptation, even Weatherman. Though it's a comedy, it's a little more. So the Pig, it's literally. He's trying to find his truffle pig. That's literally it. But it's like as good as that could possibly...
It's gotta be better than Willy's Wonderland.
It's as good as that concept could possibly be, him trying to find his pig. I think. They did a really good job with it.
Okay.
I gave it 8 out of 10.
That's inspiring. Yeah. I will watch that.
I liked it. Anyway, we gotta get back to this movie. What is you
Tom
saying?
Cruise derailed this whole argument because...
We had to talk about Cruise. It's a big part. We have to talk about Cruise.
It's like
I talk about every Tom Cruise movie I talk about Cruise.
I know, Top Gun, Mission Impossible, it's like, this is... I don't care what these characters' names are, this is Tom Cruise, 100%.
I've never seen any Mission Impossible. It's like one of his biggest ones.
You mentioned that once already, and I said you should probably watch at least the first one.
It's
like 96, it's old.
I would watch the first one. I just never got around to it. I didn't realize there was like 27 of them.
9, I think.
Close enough. Like the same as Fast and Furious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Where do you think they get that idea from?
And it's taking like 16 years
to make... they did 4 Superman movies, bro, and that was like 70s, 80s.
Yeah, that's true.
That's pushing.
But it's taken them so long to make Top Gun Maverick. It got derailed like 7 times.
I mean, I can't even imagine what's going on
Top Gun Maverick.
Like, have you seen The Mummy?
I could.
The new one?
Well, I actually started it, but I didn't finish it. Not because
really
I couldn't handle it. It was just like I got derailed and I never got back to it, kind of thing.
It's not worth watching.
But it's probably not great. Yeah. Anyway, Cocktail 2, Office Space.
What do you think of, like, that's the thing, is I am not a huge fan of everybody that's in this movie, except for Cuba Gooding Jr., who's fucking awesome.
He got an Oscar for this film.
Yeah, he's so good in this movie.
And
he's unreal.
And from my
Regina King.
understanding...
And they should be shipped for life. They should do a bunch of movies together. They're beautiful in this movie.
His wife? Is that his wife?
Plays a girlfriend, wife, I think.
Yeah, I think wife.
Wife, probably, yeah.
And yeah, no, she was good.
I'd ship them hard. She's from like Friday and Daddy Daycare and shit.
Right.
She's done a Miss Congeniality too. She's done a bunch of shit.
Oh shit, yeah. But Stevie's talking about Cocktail.
Cuba Gooding Jr.
I've never seen the movie Cocktail, but they're saying Cocktail 2. I forget.
Renee
but Stevie's
Zellweger?
mentioned it before that I should watch it. I don't think I have access to it though.
I don't like Tom Cruise. I don't like Renee Zellweger.
You don't like Renee Zellweger?
No.
What about her squinty eyes?
Yeah. That's why. That's partly why.
I have no problem. I like Renee Zellweger, actually. I have no problem with her.
The thing is, I need to watch this movie again, and I kept trying to.
Their chemistry is really good.
I was trying to listen to her accent really hard when I watched this the first time, and I thought, I can't remember if it slipped a couple times or not.
I don't know.
But it usually comes through.
Is she British?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't notice, honestly.
Okay.
But maybe it did. I didn't notice, though. Because I didn't know she was British.
It's movies like this, they don't bring in dialect coaches and shit, usually.
Yeah.
They're just like, yeah, they got it. It's probably,
Maybe.
it's high budget, but I don't know if they're gonna, like, think that artistically about it.
Perhaps.
I don't know. It sounds close enough.
Yeah, I didn't notice anything about that, though.
And the little kid in this movie is, like, the cutest kid in the history of
movies.
movies.
Isn't he in Big Daddy, too?
No, different kid.
Oh, I thought that was
this
a Big
is the kid
Daddy
from, like, Little Vampire.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
I've seen that, too.
And Stuart Little.
Right.
Yeah,
he's good. He's very,
really good
very cute and very funny. Like, he makes you just laugh just, like, looking at his face.
Yeah, and Renee
Not in a mean way.
But also her motherhood makes no sense at all.
Why?
There's a few moments that don't make any sense at all in this movie, but like when she's listening to Jerry Maguire's conversation on the plane. I've never been on an airplane.
Yeah, I get it.
Have you ever been on an airplane?
Well, because she knew that
I think it's loud though, and they were like a few rows up, and I'm like, there's no way she's listening to this conversation. Unless he's talking so loud that 7 rows on an airplane can hear him, which I mean, it is Tom Cruise.
Yeah, no, he was talking loud is my theory. Yeah.
Okay.
I'd let that one slide.
Really loud, but she was just on this like business weekend, and then she's got a shitload of luggage. It's like you should have one bag max, and why do you have your kid on this trip? And the only reason I'm asking that is because later on you're introduced to another character in the movie who's her au pair, and it's like, what was your au pair doing? Well, why didn't he just babysit your kid at your house while you went on this business trip? Like, because it seems like such a hassle to have this kid on the trip. He's on the carousel and shit because she's like not a good mom.
Well, I don't know. The carousel thing is fine, but I see what you see.
Because it stunts, like, for the movie. It's for laughs, but yeah, that was weird. But they gotta force stuff for movie's sake, you know.
She seemed like a believable single mom, though. I thought, for the most part.
Bonnie Hunt is really good in this movie, actually. But
who's that?
She's her friend. Who's like, if you screw this up, I'm gonna kill you.
Oh right. Well, that's her. I thought it was her sister.
Is that her sister?
Think,
very well could be. Yeah. See, I haven't seen this movie in a while.
No, that's okay. And her sister is another plot point. Is that they run like a divorce women's group that they talk about divorce issues, and there's a couple scenes where like Tom Cruise comes in and it's awkward because he's a man, and it's I don't know
it's the 90s.
I like those scenes, but he was like polite or whatever. I don't know. It was kind of fun. Oh, and the scene that's good is when he's really drunk, and he comes.
And then she gives him more alcohol.
Because he gets quit. He gets fired from the thing. So he's like, oh, I need to bring somebody with me. Oh, someone come with me. No one wants to go with him except, of course, Renee Zellweger goes with him.
His name is Dorothy.
Reluctantly, but ends up going with them. And then, so they're in cahoots together, and so he's trying to keep all his clients, but he manages to
They all drop him in 2 seconds.
Except for 2.
Which also makes no sense.
Yeah, I know. Everyone's like, oh, fuck you, we're going with the big corporation, bitch.
That probably wouldn't happen with the majority of guys. They would probably go with their agent.
And like Bob Sugar was like, I'm smooth. I'm Bob Sugar. Yeah. My name is Sweet. Or whatever. I don't know. That was a stupid joke.
Right.
But yeah, who is that guy? That guy's in shit. He was in a sitcom.
I don't even know who this character is. I'm blanking.
Bob Sugar. He's like a blonde shithead.
Oh, he's like the bad guy.
Yeah, he's sort of like he's trying to poach Cuba Gooding Jr.
Oh, what's that guy's name?
Bob Sugar.
He's in a bunch of movies in the 90s. Yeah, super forgettable name though, and like he's not.
Show me the money, says Stevie.
Yeah. That's the classic tagline.
Yeah,
from
Cuba Gooding Jr. Even though it's from a show.
And Tom Cruise just screaming it in his office. There's definitely great scenes in this movie. But
it's entertaining.
And it's like it's almost like another slow pitch for me, another underhanded.
I was captivated throughout the film, and I liked it more than I thought that I would like it. I would give it that.
How long is it? Because it seems really long.
I think it's like 2 hours. Let's look it
It
up.
seems long.
It's like probably a little over 2 hours is my guess. Let's look it up. Jerry Maguire on good old
Solid
Wikipedia.
rom-com. Gotta be within
Yeah.
2 hours.
Yeah, rom-com, but it's also like just a sports drama because there's friendship elements too, and like business elements and just like business relation elements with it too. So there's a lot of different components, but it is a rom-com still.
Sure.
I would say.
I do like at the end. Spoilers. Cuba Gooding Jr. gets knocked out on the football field, and then like 2 seconds later, he's just dancing and doing flips. In
That
the
was
end zone.
cool. I realized that that's super unrealistic, but I still liked it because I was like, yeah, because he's finally getting his shit.
It's awesome.
It's the
but
build up. It doesn't make any sense.
yeah,
I agree with that.
like if he's concussed that bad, he's getting carted off the field on a stretcher.
Yeah, I was definitely thinking that. I was like, whoa, how is he okay? He's like a Superman.
They just like come up and touch him, and they're like, well. I hope he wakes up.
My theory is that like the spirit of Jerry Maguire got into him and gave him the power to move on. But obviously that's silly. But.
Yeah, I should just make you watch a bunch. Let's have a baseball.
Well, apparently I have to watch fucking Cocktail and fucking Fever Pitch now. So we're going.
There's a couple
I'll
movies.
try to look these up. And remind me guys I'm talking to you and Stevie in the movie review thing in the group chat. Tell me.
Okay.
And I'll remind me.
Baseball movies, Major League.
Oh yeah, I've never seen that one.
And now that you've seen Slapshot, you have to compare the two. And what's the other baseball one?
More baseball.
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
Okay.
It's about the Durham Bulls, which is a minor league AAA affiliate for the Major League Baseball.
Okay. Remember how I don't like a lot of sports movies, and if I hate it,
Kevin Costner.
If I hate him, I'm gonna like
Kevin Costner's in it. Tim Robbins.
I don't really like Kevin Costner.
What about Tim Robbins?
He's
young.
Good. He's good and stuff.
Dude, you should love Tim Robbins.
Shawshank.
You're like a spitting image of Tim Robbins.
I like Shawshank.
What are you, like 6'4"?
That's all I know him from, really.
6'5"?
I'm 6'3".
6'3".
6'2.5".
I bet you Tim Robbins is 6'3". How much you weigh? I bet Tim Robbins weighed that.
Oh, a movie that I really want to see that he's
this.
in that I haven't seen is The Hudsucker Proxy. My favorite director is Coen Brothers. I've never seen that movie.
I've never even heard of it.
It's a comedy. Hudsucker Proxy with Tim Robbins.
I need to see this.
Yeah, and it's like about like business.
He's so good in Anchorman and Pick of Destiny. Which are very small roles. He plays the weird transient dude that follows them to the Rock and Roll Museum and is like, "Come here, I'm going to cut you."
Right. Okay, I googled or Wikipedia Jerry Maguire. What were we gonna look at it? I forget.
I don't know.
Well, let's look at the budget and the box office because that's
I got really derailed on sports movies.
It's okay. We'll get to them eventually. $50 million budget for this movie, and it made $273 million. So it did really well. Which makes sense.
Susan Sarandon.
Oscar nominated and stuff. Susan Sarandon, she's in this?
She's in Bull Durham.
Bull Durham.
That's the one. Sorry.
Okay.
How much did it make box office again?
273 mil.
273 mil. And budget was
50.
Okay. That's a grand slam right there. That is
grand slam Danny's breakfast, baby.
Out of the park. Grand slam walk off right
I like how that's the first thing I think of is the breakfast, even though obviously it was named after the sports term.
Yes. Do you know what the sports term means?
Isn't it when
trivia?
I think I might, maybe. This is what
do.
I think. When all the bases are loaded and you get
a home run.
You get a home run, yeah. Then you get everybody with like 4 points or whatever.
Grand slam.
Is that what you call them, points?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I know sports. Okay.
What?
Anyways.
They're called runs, actually.
Well, I was completely wrong with that.
Each run is worth 1 point, though.
Okay.
They're the same thing.
So, I'm okay.
Run, point, same thing.
Whoa, Drake from Drake and Josh, shout out, says Stevie.
Yeah,
okay.
He's in Jerry Maguire. He's a little kid, and he's got kind of a mullet, like a 90s mullet going on.
Stevie agrees with me that Cruz is a good actor. Suck it, but he's terrible.
Can't agree, he's a movie star.
Well,
not an actor.
I love to hate him in Interview the Vampire. That's a movie that I've been meaning to watch.
I got a lot of these weird stipulations in my head like that, though.
Fair enough. I don't know. I enjoy him because he's entertaining and like... War of the Worlds when he gets shoved up a butthole. That's just such a good scene.
It's like Dwayne Johnson, like The Rock. I love The Rock.
We're always good. Oh, Colonel Pacifica's back. What's up, my friend?
The Rock is a movie star, though. Like, you don't see him starring in dramas and winning Oscars.
Sorry, that was for Colonel Pacifico.
That's all good. But that's my argument too.
Tom Cruise?
The Rock.
Has he never won an Oscar?
I don't know.
Have they both ever won an Oscar? I don't know.
Nick Cage has, for sure.
He's won. Yeah, he's so. I think that's what.
But he won it for acting like himself, basically.
Didn't he get it for Leaving Las Vegas?
I think so.
Yeah, but he got nominated for adaptation, which is, I think, is his example of best like
acting,
understated acting and more realistic.
I think his best movie is Family Man, but that's just me.
I don't know if I've seen that one.
Or Con Air, obviously.
My favorite film with him.
I'll show you guys.
I have a lot. I have a few different favorite films with him, and they're the freak out ones that
Movie star.
Drive Angry. And that's an underrated one that a lot of people haven't seen, but it's excellent from the beginning to the end. Crazy action. There's a scene where he's like shooting people and he's fucking a woman at the same time. It's absolutely, it's just an insane film.
That sounds like true romance.
And then there's even a line at the end who's like, you shot him. Well, he was fucking me. And it's just like, I don't know. That Drive Angry I will forever vouch for. But anyway.
Gotta see this movie.
Fight. Slug 'em. And there's other ones that I like Interview of a Vampire. Or no, Kisses of... Vampire's Kiss. I'm getting it mixed up because he said the other one. But anyway, fight, slug 'em, jug. There's no crying in baseball. Cruise... You think... Stevie's saying Cruise is better than Cage. This is where I disagree.
Wow. Did you review The Sandlot?
No, but I've seen it a lot, and I really like it.
Good sports movie.
It was on my list. Like Slapshot and Sandlot were my like two favorite, probably.
Absolutely.
Fight. There's no crying in baseball. I'm back. Welcome back, my friend, Colonel Pacifico.
Happy to have you.
I was teaching karate. I know, that's so awesome.
That's intense.
Yeah, Colonel Pacifico could kick our asses if he so chose. But thank goodness he's on our side. We love you, Colonel Pacifico. Watching Cruz get sucked up into an alien butthole is a reason to watch now. Yeah, is a reason to watch. Wow, sorry, not now. But yeah, that's basically was my review of War of the Worlds. It was like, well, it was okay, but I really liked it because Tom Cruise got sucked into an alien butthole. So 8 out of 10 or something. It was something like that. Something ridiculous. Watching Cruise learn how to not be a total dink is a reason to watch Rain Man and Cocktail. Okay. Yeah, I like Rain Man.
Okay, Rain Man's
pretty
good.
Yeah, that's another one where he's pretty good.
But still, it's mostly just being Tom Cruise and then rage. He's good at rage.
But I think that's okay to be that.
He's got a lot of rage.
There's something to be said for just not being wooden. It's okay if you're just playing this yourself, I think, in my opinion. First off.
But is that a good actor, though?
It's a certain that type of actor it is because you're acting with the emotions. You're not acting like a different person, but you're acting these emotions that you're not actually going through. So you are still acting.
Right.
And I'm doing a good job. So it's a different thing and debatably easier, but still has its merits, in my opinion. Anyway, moving on. Have you reviewed Rocket Man? That's last. And I know you want to hear about that one, and I'm going to kind of tear into it because I was very mixed opinion on that one. But we'll get into that when we get into that one. Not yet, CP. That's right. Would you believe Rick Moranis' rage?
Rick Moranis is so good.
He stopped acting, fair enough, though. I think I forget, because of his kids, he wanted to spend time with his kids.
His wife died, yeah.
Yeah, and that's very fair.
Strange brew.
Huge respect for him. Tom Cruise in Interview the Vampire is excellent. Yeah, that is one that I've wanted to see for a while, and a lot of people have told me to watch it. Have you not seen it either? Okay, we gotta watch that one then.
Brad Pitt's in it too.
Yeah, I know Brad Pitt's in it. I bet it's good. Like, I'm excited about it.
I want to see that one. I think is a movie star and not really an actor, Brad Pitt. But I like him generally, you know.
I would put him in a similar sort of area as Tom Cruise, maybe.
Yeah.
Little higher, even. But
I like Brad Pitt a whole lot more.
But yeah.
But I'd say skills-wise, they're very similar.
Similar, yeah. Fair enough. Oh, I think I would...
I think Brad Pitt's a better actor, actually.
And probably
I think
he's a
better
person.
Actor, yeah. Yeah, actually...
I'm
just thinking back to...
I'm thinking of a lot of other movies.
And Fight Club and shit.
He does play different people. He's good at that.
Yeah.
So he's more of a character actor.
Brad Pitt he's actually a pretty good fucking actor. He's like a step below Leo type thing. That's why I love that shit that he was like Leo's stunt double in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. Sorry,
we're sort of turning this into just an actor discussion.
I love it. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood's on Netflix now, so I watched it, and I'll probably watch it a shitload of times.
I thought it was just okay.
Now we got to fight on our hands.
Really liked it. Hey, that's fair. We're not doing that one.
No, I know. Jerry Maguire, Renee Zellweger, Bonnie Hunt, and Tom Cruise.
Yeah, we have it here open right now.
Cuba
The Wikipedia.
Gooding Jr.
He won an Oscar. Show me the money. He has huge energy in it.
He's jacked in it.
It's honestly, this movie's criticized. Like, his performance is criticized just because it got an Oscar. A lot of people don't think it's Oscar worthy. I don't know. I think he did a pretty good job. Like,
I think he just gets shit on because it's a sports movie.
Maybe that's why, but I don't know. It's a little over the top, is what I was wondering. If maybe that's why.
Because even Moneyball wasn't really a sports movie.
But he's still acting believably, and I don't know. I don't think it's ridiculous that he got an Oscar. I think it's ridiculous that anyone gets an Oscar. Really, it's a stupid ceremony that doesn't mean anything. But so
it's a trophy.
Anyway. I think it's fine that he got an Oscar for this.
I agree.
I'm not mad about it. I've watched it at least 6 times. This movie, Jerry Maguire, or Rocket Man, or Interview of a Vampire. We're talking about a lot of different
so many movies. Brad Pitt.
G-Bergs is gonna get banned right away. Don't ban G-Bergs.
No, that's
I got banned from my own chat yesterday because when I was jamming with my band, I go to Twitch to type into the chat the exclamation mark originals because it gives you a list of my songs because I forget my list of songs. But then it kept banning me from my chat. It's like, what's going on? But I just like go out of the app and go back in, and then it would let me in. But it was kind of annoying. I thought it was kind of funny that it was banning me from my chat. I don't know, crazy shit. Anyway, an excellent film indeed. Hot takes, G-Bergs. Hot takes. Interview with a Vampire is what Colonel says he's watched a lot. Yeah, we need to watch it, I think. Yeah. But yeah, Jerry Maguire, other things that I want to mention. Yeah, the chemistry between the kid and Tom Cruise are really good. The scene with Tom Cruise getting drunk and coming back, I like that scene. It's because it's kind of funny. And he tries to go in for like the kiss and it's awkward and Renee Zellweger's like, come on! But you know it's gonna happen later, and it does, of course. But I don't know, and it's good. It feels organic. You say you don't like Renee Zellweger. I think she does a good job.
She's alright.
I think they have good chemistry. I feel
that feels right.
I feel the chemistry.
They 100% do.
And a good scene again that I liked is when it was sort of part of the scene we already mentioned, where Tom Cruise is leaving with the boxes, and he gets Renee Zellweger to come with him, and there's a commotion. Everyone stopped, right, when this is going on. Everyone stopped not looking, but then when they leave, every business goes back to normal. It's a shot, like a bird's eye view shot. I really loved that shot. I thought that was good filmmaking.
There's definitely good filmmaking.
Because it makes you think and feel, and you're like, wow, like the cold business life. This happened, this guy's life has changed, but back to business as regular, you know?
Director.
Who directed this?
Cameron Crowe, I think.
Directed by...
And you could look up what else he's made, for sure.
Yeah, you're right, Cameron Crowe. Well, I know that name.
He's a good movie maker. Like, this is a really...
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, really well put together movie.
That's a classic.
Jerry Maguire is, like, editing and wise. Besides, like... And that's the thing, is, like, there's got to be some goofiness. It's a movie. Mm-hmm. So you got to let some of that
Almost
stuff go.
Famous?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, those are his biggest ones, probably. I'm sure he's done a bunch of other shit. That's, like, the main ones, though. That's all we need. But, yeah, Cameron Crowe.
I love Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Yeah, that's Sean Penn, right? He's good.
He's...
Is it him?
More minor character in that movie. It's more Jennifer Jason Leigh.
I don't know. He is a minor character, but he's the point. To me, he's the point of the movie. He's on the cover of the DVD I have, so to me, he's the main character.
Fair.
And that's what people remember about it, even if he's not the main. Spicoli.
It kind of sucks though, because Jennifer Jason Leigh actually delivers a really
everyone's a good in that.
Yeah, true. But she is like a tortured teen who finds some love with old Mark Radner, and yeah, she gets fucked around a little bit, and
there's lots of good scenes of that where they have like this the Long John Silver's type restaurant, and yeah, no, it's a good movie. Anyway, we keep getting sidetracked. Jerry Maguire.
My fault.
It's when I thought this movie was about a lawyer for some reason at one point, but it's not at all. It's about a sports agent, as we've said before. But yeah, another thing I started talking about, but I didn't really finish. The kid, he had two clients. He had Cuba Gooding Jr. and he had this star football player that they set up sort of to be. This is the big deal client. He's the money client. He's getting drafted. Everybody wants this guy. He's good at sports. He's good at football. But he has two clients and he still fucks it up. He's focusing on this big client, but then he has to talk to Cuba Gooding Jr. and help him for a little bit at this like sports convention type of thing or something. Am I wrong?
I think that's exactly it.
That's what it seems kind of like. And Cuba Gooding Jr., yeah, whatever, they go, and then he goes back to help this other client, the money client, but. Oh, and this is another part that I have to mention, because at one point, this kid, he's sort of supposed to be like a dipshit, but he's supposed to be really good at sports, and he's like just playing guitar at one point, and the song he's playing is something like, I forget what the lyrics are exactly, but it's something like, fuck the fish, and the fish are gonna die, I don't give a shit about the fish. Or so it wasn't that, but it was something like that, and it made me laugh really hard. But if you've seen it, you probably know what I'm talking about, but it's not the same thing that I said. Anyway, he's in there trying to seal the deal with this client, Tom Cruise, and he's trying to get him to sign a contract, but he doesn't want to, and we find out that they just signed a contract with Bob Sugar. So why the fuck didn't... It pisses me off, like, fuck these guys, why didn't they just say that? Like, why are they wasting Tom Cruise's time? And then they say something kind of racist. They're like, you were with that black fella, so we just signed with Bob Sugar. Like, you couldn't wait, like, fucking an hour or whatever? Like, chill. I don't know. So, yeah, that pissed me off. Like, you fucked up Tom Cruise's character's life. Goddamn. Anyway. But I did like the fish song, so I'm glad the scene exists.
True.
But, Jerry Maguire, I'm running out of shit to say.
I don't have much else to say.
It's an okay, maybe even good film. I would say it's a good film. Maybe not great, but I would give it...
Okay to good.
I would give it a good. Because I honestly did enjoy it throughout. And like I said, there's scenes that made me genuinely laugh. And Tom Cruise's performance makes me laugh because he's going crazy at certain points. So yeah, I think I'm ready to rate it. But let's look at the chat first. Holy Snapple. What's up, folks? Hot takes, D-Bergs, hot takes. Oh yeah, we already read that. Entavista, como vampiro. I'm trying to speak Portuguese. Is it interview in Portuguese? I guess so. Interview, because they're spelling it with an E, interview. So maybe that's the Portuguese. Mm-hmm. Interview with a vampire in English, or the I can never remember. I'll imagine that Cruise's character, Maguire, is Chase's character in Nothing But Trouble. Okay, I'll give you that. Sure, why can't those be in the same universe? Why not? You know? I'll give you that.
That movie, oh my goodness.
Yeah, that movie. We're not doing that one again.
I just don't really remember much about Jerry Maguire. I need to watch it.
Yeah, that's fair. You didn't watch it for this review, but you've seen it before, so we thought we'd still talk about it.
I just remember little things.
And did you watch a recap online?
I watched a little one, yeah. Wasn't great.
Fair enough.
Saw some parts, and it reminded me of the movie, and probably why I kind of forgot about it a little bit. But
that's fair.
That's okay. I think it's... I don't even know what to rate it. I can't really even rate it. I need to watch it again.
Okay, you don't want to even rate it.
Right now I'd give it like a 7. Is that like,
that's honestly that's what I was gonna give it.
I'd go like 6 or 7.
That's literally I was gonna give it a 7.
Something like that. Yeah. It's like a...
So that's what we're going with.
There you go.
7 out of 10.
I'd go 6.5 then.
6.5.
I'll meet you halfway.
You'd always do that. Undercutting me. G-Bergs. Making me look like I'm giving too high ratings. I'm just kidding. 7 out of 10 for me. 6.5 for G-Bergs. Jerry Maguire.
Jerry Maguire.
Not so bad. Jerry Maguire.
Not so bad.
Anyway, last movie.